it's the chef's prerogative now to eat as much of the ham as you like. You know, you're going to do the hard work. There's got to be some rewards for the hard work that you're doing. So you know, you can work your way through and pick up some of this meat here. I guess at this point you can make this as fine as you like or as coarse as you like. I believe a bit of texture is great. One of the things we have to think about with the ham hocks is these have been salted and cooked, so we always need to be mindful of what salt we add to the dish at this point. We've added no salt to the pot today, and we'll put the whole thing together and we'll taste that before we get to the seasoning. So again, a classic Burgundian Easter type dish, which is done around that time, and I think we'll probably work with the ham that we've got here now. So we'll just start with this ham here. Grab a board here. I'm just going to take a bit of the rind here. Because the rind's also going to add a lovely bit of texture to the dish, and you know, and I think we're getting into that whole philosophy. We don't want anything here to go to waste. You know, this animal again was having a great life in that one bad day. We want to make sure we respect that animal and don't let anything go to waste here. So I'll just grab my knife over here, and we'll just cut this rind into small pieces. And that's going to add another dimension to the dish as well. Take this one aside over here. I'm going to run out of bench in a minute. And then to that, we've got these vegetables here which have been cooking away. We'll add a few of these vegetables to the jambon persillet as well. Again, for texture and also for colour. Drop that in there like so. Let's grab our parsley that we have here. And we'll probably put about 2/3 of that parsley into the dish. A little bit of cracked pepper. And we'll just try this stock here before we add any salt to it. Which is salty enough. Okay, so there's no need to add salt to this dish here. So what we're going to do with this here, our little jars that we prepared earlier, and quite simply, and this is the sort of thing that you want to give as presents at Christmas time. It makes a great gift. I think my mother always used to make pate as a present for family and that sort of stuff, which is great, except when you're 16 and you get a jar of pate. It's not so good. I appreciate it now, but you know, I could have come with a skateboard or anything like that at that point. But anyway, that's the way it goes. So a spoon, or if you're going to keep this, a spoon, a pair of gloves or something. I'm very much on the hands-on approach. Now, again, the recipe that you have here that we have to give out is for the jambon persillet to be put into a mould, into a tureen or a loaf tin or something like that, so you can create a centrepiece. That being the case, you will line that tureen or mould with Glad wrap or the cling film first to make it easier to extract the jambon persillet afterwards. I'm going to put it into jars because I think the jars make a nice little centrepiece. Like so. We'll pack that in, not too tight because we want that jelly to get around it. I'll just make a couple of these up. The vegetables again add contrast, add flavour. One there as well. And at this point now I realise that I don't have a ladle to ladle the stock, so I'm going to have to be nice and careful and pour this out. So we'll see what my skill is like at doing that. I'll put that over there. We'll take our 3 jars here like so. That stock's come down to intensify the gelatin that's in there, so that's going to set nice and firm. We'll take that off without being too hot, and I'm just going to pour this in here. And I'm going to hope that I've got a good aim. I think it's really important with this here. If you're going to make this to eat at home, hygiene's a big thing. We're working with with aspic here, with stock and that sort of stuff, which is a great attractor of bacteria and that sort of thing. So nice clean jars or a clean vessel that the product's going to go into, making sure that we're always working with clean hands, and then we should be okay. So let's grab my spoon here. Just make sure this is all pressed down, so it sits under the liquid like so. In a tureen mould type environment, you may want to put a small weight on the top by cutting a section of cardboard or something like that. Again, you can wrap in plastic, set over the top with a couple of cans on it, just to get a nice smooth finish on your tureen. I'm going to finish this off with the parsley on top, so it's got a nice green top. Like so. And then from there, we have our jambon persillé. A really simple dish relying on quality ingredients, not over flavouring the product, relying on making sure you're using and emphasising the core ingredients there for the jambon persillé. So with that aside, we've made our hot water crust. We've got the pies cooking in the oven. I'm not sure they're going to cook in time here. This oven again is not the fastest oven. So that's there. We've got the pies cooking away.